Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here. Just taking a little break from my project that I've been working on. Behind me here, you can see, is my new waterfall and pond that I've built. I've already set up my little goddess next to it as well. This is my little garden goddess. I'm calling her Kupra. That is the great goddess, as referred to by the Picheni people, which is sort of my ancestry. So not much is known about her. We do know that she was typically depicted with doves, and this particular picture, which is supposed to be like, I don't know, just a general, Great Mother, the Earth Goddess, has doves as well. So I figured it was a good one for Kupra. So her home is now going to be here in my garden. Anyway, I wanted to talk really briefly about just some online sources for herb information. Oh, and I'm gonna just let you know right now, my hands are messed up. Apparently, supposed to be wearing gloves when I was doing that, but there are no gloves to be had. So if you see the crud, that's what that is. So anyway, online herb info. So there are a lot of different resources for magical correspondences for herbs. Most of them, of course, are very good books. Books are a whole nother subject that I'll touch on in other videos possibly. But I wanted to give you guys some online resources, 3 of them in particular, that you can access at any time for free on the internet. They have various levels of usage, but they're free, so yay. The first one is one that I actually do use fairly frequently. I own this book, but it is available online for free, and that is Culpeper's Complete Herbal. This is a book. It was originally published in 1653 by Nicholas Culpeper. Technically 1652, but it was under a different title called The English Physician. It is the first widely available translation of Latin medical knowledge into English. This comes from a time when medicine and magic had very blurred lines. It was intended to be a medicinal herbal, but there's a lot of stuff in there that kind of falls under the magical realm as well. All of his medicinal qualities were basically based on the doctrine of signatures, which, if you're not familiar with that, is basically this belief that God has dictated what plants are good for what by certain appearances of the plant, the signatures that the plants have. There's also a lot of astrological info on plants. Certain plants, this plant is good for the kidneys because it's under the dominion of Libra, and Libra rules the kidneys, that kind of stuff. What's useful for that, not so much for the medicinal uses, but for the magical uses. If you know the astrological correspondences of a plant, you can kind of determine how it can be used in spell work as well. So, it's really good for those correspondences, not so much for the for the medicinal uses. This is available for free online. You can find it in several different places. However, you can also download it for free as an ebook from Project Gutenberg. Project Gutenberg is a nonprofit that basically digitizes a lot of historical texts, and they do have it there. I will, of course, be giving links for all of these sources that I am talking about in this video down below. So, you can also, if you want, you can buy the book. Like I said, I have a reprint of it. I like the physicality of the actual books, but I'm talking about online resources, so we're focusing on what's available online. My second resource that I have for you, very, very good resource. It's a modern herbal, originally written by Maude, Grieve, published in 1931. It is still in print today. However, the entirety of the book is available online at botanical.com. That is the dedicated website for this book. It has more than 800 plants listed, a lot of details about traditional medicinal uses, but also gives a lot of magical and folklore information. If you look at a lot of the modern magical herbal books, like Cunningham and Bayerl and a lot of those books, you can actually trace back Maude Grieve as one of their sources for folklore and magical uses of herbs. So, going straight to the source there with Maude Grieve. So, yeah, botanical.com. You can actually look up, they have a really handy index where you can look up plants alphabetically. It's a fabulous resource. Highly recommend it. It's one of my first places I go to whenever I'm looking for information on a plant that I don't already have. I keep meaning to actually buy the book, because you can also buy the book in hard copy print from botanical.com as well. I just haven't gotten around to it. It is a huge book. It actually comes in 2 volumes, so it can't be published as just 1 volume. It's 2 separate books. There's so much information there. Highly recommend that. Third resource, possibly my favorite. This is alchemyworks.com. This is the personal website of Harold Roth. If you don't know Harold Roth, you should, because he is fabulous, fabulous in the realm of witchy gardening. He recently published his book, The Witching Herbs, which is hands down still my favorite witch book, period. Now, of course, it just hits all my buttons just right because it's basically a gardening book, but still, highly recommend that book. I love it to death. I'm going to do a review of it once I get it back from the person I've lent it to. Hint, hint, you need to finish the book and give it back if you're watching this. So anyway, Harold Roth, author of The Witching Herbs, my hands down favorite book. His website has been in operation since 2000. It does look like it's been there since 2000. Has not been updated, but that's okay, because what it lacks in doodads and gizmos, it makes up for in a wealth of information. All the information he gives information on all the herbs that he grows in his garden, which is an extensive list. It's not all of the herbs, but it's pretty extensive. And what's nice about it is that in addition to giving a lot of the traditional information and correspondences, he also talks about his own personal practice and like the relationships that he's built with these plants and what he has learned from these plants, which is absolutely great stuff. He also has really, really extensive correspondence tables for elemental and planetary correspondences. So if that's something you're looking for, fabulous resource just for that. And of course, to top it all off, it is an actual storefront. He does sell herbs and oils and seeds in particular. A lot of the seeds that he has are really hard to find elsewhere. So, sorry, there's a bird there. It just distracted me. But yeah, he does have a storefront. I don't gain any commissions or anything. I just really like what he has to offer, so I'm putting it out into the world. But yeah, if you're looking for some seeds for your witchy garden that you can't find anywhere else, like mandrake or belladonna or all those really weird ones, try Harold Roth's website. You can probably find them there. So those are my my top 3 online resources. So have fun with those. Be good, stay safe, and I hope I will see you again soon.